Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, aka Tony. Here are some of my nearest and dearest: Do, Pucho, and of course Mateo. Just wanted to say, well, go ahead.
Do you think real news organizations, TV shows, entertainment people, you think they spend the 5 minutes leading up to like starting a recording just arguing with each other and just doing personal attacks the way we do? Is that what's happening right before the cameras start rolling?
I think half of them probably hits the blunt and be like, we're back at it again with these fucking
Anderson Cooper's over there like, no, you shut the fuck up, Lisa. I don't give a fuck what. And then the camera starts rolling. He's like, this is Anderson Cooper. Welcome to...
There's got to be a lot of behind the scenes shit. Like, I wish I had enough money to have someone just do behind the scenes shit, like record us the way we interact with each other before the pod, so people can be like, wow, these guys actually hate each other.
I don't think that's it.
Nah, we don't hate each other.
They're just gonna be like, man, they fight about everything.
What did Dowie say that one time? Friendship with us has been the most emotionally exhausting thing in his life.
Yeah, right.
He said it's the most challenging thing he's ever had to do.
The most challenging thing for him is holding his piss longer than 20 fucking minutes.
Wow.
20 seconds.
Smoke, baby. All day smoke for you, Doe.
Tony's salty today because he was late. And so now he's upset. He feels like he needs to fire shots at everybody. So be mentally prepared.
To all the guests out there, I've been late twice to a start of our pod.
In a row.
Doughboy's always habitually late. Mateo's the latest here. Then Doe, then Pooch, then me.
In a way, I'm the earliest because of the time difference. So I'm actually an hour before you every single time, Tony.
Yeah.
I got
to be an hour late to be on time.
I got a son. I'll be up earlier than all of you. All right. I got responsibilities now. I got to get up early. I got to feed. I got to change diapers. Y'all don't do this. Maybe Pucho does.
Which only makes what I did before you had a son all the more impressive.
And then after he gets done doing all this, he's got to do that shit for his son too.
Yeah.
You got to Tony finished changing his own diaper this morning. He has to change Lucas. It's crazy.
You guys are fucking haters. I'm tired of that bullshit. I get attacked on this show every damn day. To all the viewers out there, please leave in the comments if you feel like I get attacked by these three people, my co-hosts, because I feel attacked every day. And I like it. You know why? Because it builds structure. These guys here have no backbone. They have none. They let everybody use them as doormats. Us cagers, how we like to say, we are doormats to these fucking people out here that, you know, just like to take shit up the ass, and they're okay with that. Not me.
You know, you just totally flip-flopped on that. You were calling them doormats, and then you called yourself a doormat.
No, so you guys want me to be a doormat. I'm not.
Well, I don't think you said that.
I'm you know what? I like to take jokes. I give out jokes, and I like to receive jokes. But at the same time, it's not the same for everybody in this pod. It's not. Mateo's got this fucking ugly ass hat on. What the fuck is that on your hat, Mateo?
It's a chupacabra, dude.
It's the classic.
It's a goat sucker.
I think it's dope.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, I think it's really nice.
Let's see what's going on.
Tony just hates though. Tony hates anything colorful. He hates Doey's shirt right now because of how colorful it is.
I love this shirt. It's like 70s vibes. For some reason, it's like an old couch in the corner.
I can see that.
It just looks like one of the soccer teams that's gonna lose. Like they're never gonna win, but you know they're always around. Like you recognize them. You know, that's what it looks like.
The fucking stepping stones of other teams to step on. Yo. Damn, though, that's fucked up.
I love this shirt. This is one of my favorite shirts.
I didn't say I disliked the shirt. You know? I said it's a recognizable shirt, like a recognizable soccer team. You know? But they're not going to win.
Trash. Anyway.
Some would say they're losers. If you don't win, you lose. If you're not first, you're last.
I heard that.
Motherfucking amen.
So, Tony, we got to ask, how are you doing this morning, Tony?
I'm all right. I got a new chair. nothing to flex about. But it's a pretty damn good chair. It's a damn good chair. For the build quality of the Secret Lab chairs are fucking fantastic. Fantastic.
Was it pretty easy to put together?
Yeah. And it gave you like a big ass fucking post-it board fucking instructions with pictures and shit. And then they give you like a QR code if you want to look at a video. They gave you a video that you can watch step by step and do it.
Oh,
and I gotta say, the chair is comfortable, bro. It does a lot. Like I could probably show you what it does, but I see a lot of inserts for jokes and memes, and not really down for all that.
Come on, give us a grand tour.
All right, fuck it. I'll be the joke again. So this chair can recline pretty far. Like I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna just, it's scary. I feel like I'm gonna break it, but watch.
Deep down, I kind of hope he breaks it right on this demonstration. Oh my God.
Wow.
Why the fuck?
Why does it go that far back?
Oh!
Holy shit.
Oh my God. Yo, I thought it broke. Oh shit.
Whoa.
Tony.
Bro, that's 288 pounds on this chair. This chair, very built to like almost. This is husk proof. this chair is husk proof. And for those of y'all who don't know what husk proof is, it's what I do to people's furniture. I go around and I test it. I'll sit on a chair or I sit on the couch, whatever it is, and I'll test it for them. Like I'll just sit on it, make sure it's rated for big dudes. And if it's not, most of the time I'll have a kink or a break. And then they'll get rid of it. They'll thank me later from when they have guests over. They'll be fine. Like I told Pucho, he was getting a bed or a couch or something like that. I was like, yo, you have to bring me with you to the store. I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to sit how I normally sit, nice and soft, and then I'm going to sit like an animal. If it's good, it's husk proof rated. It's not going to break. Buy the chair. He never let me do it. Never let me do it.
But Tony is not representing this accurately. Like him going to the store and doing this is one thing, and that's commendable. I'd appreciate that, no lie. But Tony wants to come, the day one of your new beautiful couches. You just ripped the plastic covers off of them
After you paid cash money for it, right?
Right after you paid cash money. This shit is yours. He wants to come in and he goes, "Oh, let's see how good it is," and just throw himself like a fucking animal, and then. No, now you got a broken couch, and he's gonna then just tell you, "Oh, the couch wasn't good. It wasn't me, man. I didn't break it. The couch was fucked up."
Nah, that's if I'm there to provide you a service to make sure everything is gonna be good for the future.
And then you can have your seal of approval, Tony.
I'll stamp that shit.
It's been Tony tested.
No,
Could you imagine like after he fucking sits on it for like a little too hard and that shit goes like you hear the crack, he just stamps it like disapproved by Tony, and the people keep their couch and they just got this fucked up shit on it forever. Fucking asshole.
Nah, but either way, this chair is fucking fantastic, bro. Like you seen how far back it goes, just the back recline, and then when you let the seat go and then you can just swing back and forth. That shit. You saw how scared it was. I was scared, but
it was like a magic trick.
That shit didn't break. Bro, it's got gears in between the seat and the back. This fucking cogs like strong as shit. Might be fucking Valerian steel. It might be.
Damn.
Game of Thrones shit if no one knows, but shit's strong. But either way, though, how's your day been, though? I see you're already drinking. Is it going good?
Oh yeah. Happy Memorial Day.
I don't know if that's respectable.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to salute them.
Yeah.
Why not? You can't salute people.
I
mean, you could. I just don't know if
I don't know enough about military life to
I don't know if a civilian can just do that. And he
doesn't even know. He's sending all types of messages. Like he just insulted somebody's mom, then he just insulted somebody's like dog or their cat or something.
And salute to all the veterans and the people serving. and all that.
Yo.
Well,
It is
Memorial Day is
Memorial
about
Day.
the ones that didn't
The
make
ones
it
who
back.
didn't make it, but the ones who
Yeah.
are living live with the pain of the ones who didn't make it. So
Exactly.
salute to them and to those who have lost someone, and hopefully that the ones who have passed may rest in peace and not had suffered too much. You know,
I was
sad.
I watched 2 series on HBO recently. The Band of Brothers and then the Pacific. And holy shit. I thought World War II and like everything in Europe was bad, but like the Pacific was like holy shit. It was like I couldn't believe what I saw. I'm like, yo, this shit is real. I had to look some of this shit up. I'm like, yo, it was all real. That's just very scary. A lot of people come back and don't understand why they're still alive because everybody else around them died and stuff like that. So you come back with a lot of like weight on your shoulders. Um, I have friends and family in the armed forces, so like shout out to them, you know. But yeah, I think I think that whole aspect, I don't know, it's needed. We all need the defense. Our country, I guess, we can't live in peace. We got to make sure we have our armies and our military people, and those people cut from a different cloth. I'm gonna be honest. I'm I don't know. I don't know if I could I don't know if I can make it through boot camp. Just boot camp. I
I
don't know
thought
if I
about
can make
I thought about joining the military a long time ago. When my uncle Neff joined the Marine Corps, I literally thought about like, damn, I might want to do that too and shit. And I don't know what happened. I know because I thought of it like a movie almost, right? At some point, I was just like, you know what, I'm down to do this. And then later on be so good at killing people that I'd be just a contract killer for the government. Now, this is
What
G
the
shit is
fuck?
what my brain was thinking, right? Like, because in elementary school, right? I'm gonna take it back. In elementary school, there was the Mrs. Brown, if she's still alive, best teacher. She told me, yo, write down on a piece of paper, what would you like to be when you grow up? Everybody picked firefighter, cops, or doctor, or singer, or in a movie act, whatever the fuck. Me, Jose Guzman, the little version of me. You know what you know what he put on a piece of paper? A contract killer for the government.
Holy shit.
Legit is what I put on that paper. Legit. The teacher looked at me. She looked at me with a serious face. Okay, Jose, sit down. We're gonna have to talk with your mother today. Legit. They had a conversation. My mom brought me home, smacked me in the back of the head, and said, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
It's an appropriate response.
So, like, I'm taking away your video games. I'm like, nah, that's what I want to do. Why are you getting mad? She's like, do you not understand that they are looking at me like they want to call DCF? Like, and that's like the Department of Child Services or whatever. I'm like, bro, but that's a real thing. Like, what do you mean? No, that's not a real thing. The government doesn't hire people to kill other people. At me, young age me, knew that that's a real fucking thing. Like, yeah, they do, mom. It's called the military. She was so upset. I went back to Mrs. Brown the next day. You know what I told her? I said, Mrs. Brown, what you did yesterday, this is a true story. I said, what you did yesterday, the government kills for. This is what I told her. And she looked at me with a concerned face. She left the room. I don't know what happened after that. I got home and my mom was kind of upset. I just told it to her face, like, yo, you're snitching. You're about to get stitches, pretty much. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, like, and she loved me. Like later on in life, me and Mrs. Brown became cool because I went to the second grade, third grade, and she was still there. And I'd say, hey, Mrs. Brown, this and that. And she was a very nice teacher. But I told her flat out, like, yo, the government eliminates people like you. Talking crazy. It's the truth. Call me whatever you want, bro. That's a real thing, bro. That's what I wanted to do as a kid. Psycho shit, right? I'm over here killing gerbils years later now. Like,
Yeah, that's like some fucking Soviet Union shit.
I
The
mean,
government will get you for that type of shit.
don't
but,
get me
like,
wrong. I'm sorry. Were you done? I'm sorry. I'm
oh
sorry.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I heard babies crying. Go ahead. Don't worry about it.
When I played Battlefield 2, I wanted to join the army.
It's a game, but people don't like it. As a kid growing up, bro, you think it's a game, and then when you really live that life, and then bullets is flying past your head, it's a different fucking. It's not a game no more.
I've read discussions online about whether like all these military shooters, whether they are some form of propaganda for the military themselves.
I think the guns, the names of the guns being there, and all the promotion in that sense, like yeah. But I mean, look at the jet simulator fighters. Like you wouldn't get those type of games if it
With
wasn't for the help of all these different companies that build the jets. They're licensing out their air models as well and all that stuff.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I don't know about in terms of video games. I know for sure in movies, like the military, they pump a lot of money into Hollywood to make a lot of the military movies that you watch are not just like, oh, some random people decided to just make a military movie. A lot of times the military is like providing like a large budget to Hollywood producers to make these movies with the pure intent of, by making this movie, we're gonna drum up some type of desire and some young demographic to want to join the military. So
what is that shooter game that the army developed? Do you guys remember that?
Arma?
I don't think it was Arma.
I don't think it
was no, there was a different one. There was like a US military, like a US Army produced like FPS shooter game in like the early 2000s or something.
It's not
I cannot
SOCOM.
remember the name of it. It was like a free to play one. It was weird. It was like just straight up like fully Army produced. I forget the name of it. I have to look it up at some point.
At some point, right? And this might be like some bullshit thinking, but there's gonna be a revolution.
Oh, America's Army.
America's Army, yeah. Wait, was Tony saying there's gonna be a revolution?
yeah, that
Some type of like new world order type shit. Because as the path that we're going on right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna try to ban guns, or they're gonna try to do something in that form, and it's gonna cause pandemonium in the States. They're gonna try to infect martial law. That's gonna cause some crazy shit. And there's gonna be like some serious, you look crazy. Like, trust me.
Sorry, why are they gonna? Who's gonna do martial law and why? What do you?
The president is gonna probably instill martial law. If people try to
Joe
ban
Biden,
guns,
that's what you're saying. Joe Biden's gonna do a
yeah.
martial
If
law.
people try to ban guns, people are not giving up their guns. They're
I
not.
don't think they can at this point.
I don't think anyone's trying to.
I don't think that's their intention to ban all guns.
It's
because
somebody's intention. So it's somebody's, and in the government, it's somebody. Because if we're gonna go off this propaganda bullshit, like these shooters are planned by their seeds for the government, that they just want them to go out and do active shooting on civilians. And
who said that? What the hell?
Mateo said that.
No,
What?
we're talking about.
No.
We're going into conspiracy theories now. So you're
Hold
talking
on.
about false flag incidents.
No. Hold
No.
on. Because I think you heard something completely different from what Mateo said. Mateo's just saying about video games specifically. Like basically, does anybody make these video games with the intent of getting people to join the military?
Yeah.
I
was saying
I heard differently. Yeah. I thought he was saying
You're
that the
fucking
government's planting
tripping.
a seed. Yeah. That's why I was like, well,
You
we're gonna
fucking
go
took
down
a
this
you
fucking
took a
rabbit hole.
conspiracy.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought he said.
Alley-oop.
Yeah, you took a conspiracy that you thought Mateo was talking about, and then you countered with your own conspiracy. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm half asleep.
Yeah, no. And then I was just saying, I don't know for sure. I want to say that the game that everybody just got pissed about on Twitter, that was it 6 days or 12 days in Fallujah?
In Fallujah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like that game had military money like involved in it, but even then, I'm not certain. I know for sure there's a lot of military movies that for sure money is coming from the military to produce those movies. That's all I was saying in response. I don't know where you were going. That what you think this is like the literal movie conspiracy theory, Or you think it's like some like the Manchurian Candidate type of shit? Like,
Nah, I think there is some backdoor work at play that none of us civilians, people who are not in politics, know anything about. The government's dirty, bro. I know that for sure. Their hands are filled with blood. Whether or not you can prove it, it's a different story. But everybody in the fucking politic world's got their hands in dirty money or in blood money in some way, somehow. There might be one or two that are good, but politicians are dirt.
Tony, you need to you need to watch that show Happy that I've been watching during my workouts.
Happy?
I saw that last night with all the bikers getting their head cut off.
Yeah, that's what I sent that clip of. Did you not see the video I sent? I sent it for you.
I must have not.
He gets like almost run over in this bike lane, and then he immediately goes into his mind and starts imagining what he would do to these bikers. And he laser visions one and explodes him. And then he fires up a chainsaw and he chops off like 3 of their heads.
I don't want bikers to die. I just want them to get the fuck out of my way. What the hell? What kind of sick
His little imaginary friend pops out. He's like, "Your imagination is a fucked up place."
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even see that you linked that yesterday.
I took like video captures like straight from.
How would you, nigga? You was painting houses yesterday. This bro, his dad literally set his ass up after that part with mad shit to do. All he wanted was a post fix in his backyard, and it led to like 100 different fucking things to fix around the house. That's crazy.
Yeah. Lacey's actually the one that painted it, to be honest.
Lacey painted it? Did she finish the whole wall, or she only did half the wall?
Shout out Lacey. Shout out Lacey.
Is that a short joke?
Put you didn't catch it that way. He was literally going to answer.
Yeah.
Nah, that's cool. What color? What wall did you paint?
It was an exterior wall.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Basically, where we had a deck, and we ripped the deck out, part of the wall that was behind the deck was unpainted. So
wait, the deck in your front of your house?
No, that's a patio. In the back of the house,
yes, right. Tripping.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time.
So you got rid of that deck?
Yeah, ripped it up, and I got people working right now. So if you hear any loud noises, I apologize. But right now, there's people putting stones down to kind of lay out like an area to chill in. So then I might get a little grill, put it back there. They're gonna put a fire pit. I already had a fire pit, but they're gonna center it better and all that shit. So then it'll just be a better place to chill. Because before it was like you had to sit in the grass around the fire pit, and then the deck was like the fire pit was here, then you had it like a deck right up against it, and it was kind of awkward. Like you're kind of can't if you put a chair there, you're like too high, and everybody else is too low on the grass. It was like a little uncomfortable. So I don't know. I think it's gonna come out dope. So.
Sweet.
Damn. Man. So when are we doing
That's
this
awesome.
live in pod so we can all sit there in the back with campfires and hot dogs and fucking s'mores.
Smoking big
fireside
cigars.
Chats.
Yeah, that would be fire.
Got some cigars.
And then go fucking skinny dipping in your pool.
Skinny deeping. Yeah.
Skinny dipping.
Yeah. I'm down to skinny deep with my wife. I'm not really interested in doing it with you, Tony.
I mean, whatever. It's to each their own. I was just trying to help out Doe because Doe said he's never skinny dipped. So just trying to help him out, break through his barrier.
Cool.
It's actually pretty cool.
No thanks.
Like, how's it cool? Like, what? How does it?
You got water just flowing all through crevices. Like, shit is just the most freedom you can ever be. I'm telling you.
How is that not happening with like swimming trunks on?
It's different. Just like if you take it, like if you go to sleep with clothes and then you go to sleep naked, there's a difference.
Tony's not wrong because I don't know about whatever the fuck he's talking about right there. Obviously, clothes and no clothes in a bed, there's gonna be a difference of feel. But I'm just saying, like, if you sit in like the hot tub, like what we used to like to do, right, is just sit in the hot tub and you'd get like burning hot, and then you'd just jump into like a freezing cold pool.
Yep.
And then you're like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean? It's all fucking cold and shit. And then you'd be chilling there for a little bit, and then you'll move, and your legs would open a little wider, and then you'll feel the cold in your crotch, and then you realize like, oh shit, like maybe water was getting there, but like not enough. The cold just hit different when I opened my legs, like, so some shit like that, you know. I don't know. It might be that just being trunkless and no shirt or no underwear, whatever the fuck, it feels different. But I don't know how it's the best shit ever. Is really what I was pushing back on. But.
So one of my favorite word plays that I've ever heard Adam make. He was referring to the swim trunks that have like the little net on the inside.
Oh, I hate those.
Yeah, I hate those. Yeah.
So Adam always cuts that out. Like he's the one that turned me on to like, if you buy some swim trunks that have that, first off, don't buy swim trunks that have that shit. Just buy some that don't have them. But if you do buy some, you got to cut it out. But you know how that man refers to that thing? He calls it the internet. So he says you have to cut the internet out of your swim trunks. One of my favorite things in the world. I don't know why that amuses me so much.
So
internet. That's funny.
What's the issue with the internet?
It's too tight around his junk.
It's a little too constricting. It's like wearing tighty whities again.
Oh
dude.
yeah,
like it's just like
sucks.
all up in there.
It sucks.
Yeah,
I have a hate for those.
For what? Tighty
I
whities?
feel like you guys might
The
be just
stupid-
buying the wrong size swimming trunks.
Maybe.
What is but
Tony's broken.
yeah, I don't understand. So
You don't know what an internet is?
no, I know what the internet is by fucking Adam's description. I know what it is. I'm saying
Sorry, I just want to know what part you're confused with. So I
like
just wanna walk through it.
why is it weird to have those on? It makes you feel like having tighty whities on.
It's just very constricting. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
don't like it.
And I don't like it hugging my junk. I want my junk to be free and in the water and enjoying life.
So why not just wear regular gym shorts?
That is also an option. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
but
regular gym
nah.
shorts suck though. They absorb too much water. So that
Exactly.
swim
Yeah, so
trunk
when you get
material,
out and there's females there, you got that print.
Or you get out and there's females there and you just show your entire ass crack because the water weighs them
Yeah,
down. when you're
the
jumping.
whoosh. That whoosh.
You better
Yo.
tighten that shit up.
Yeah,
what are you tightening up? What is
The
that?
string.
Oh,
Oh, not that the string, nigga.
I mean, you're talking imprints now. You better tighten that shit up. I don't know what
Fluff.
that means.
But when's the last time you guys wore tighty whities though? On a serious note,
tighty whities.
whitey
I think
whities, tighty whities. Yeah.
My tighty whitey era ended. Had to be going into like middle school after elementary. It had to be somewhere in that area. Yeah, I wasn't doing tighty whities no more. But I had some fire tighty whities. I had my Batman. I had my Superman. I had my
Yeah.
Sonic. I had my tighty whities was on deck. All right.
That's a
It's
beast.
on dick.
Yeah, and I guess everybody, I kind of got too used to being in my underwear at home. So a lot of people think it's weird whenever I'm around. Sometimes I'll be in my underwear.
Like
People
your
look at me.
like your
Like
tighty
around
whities.
family or just like in general with like your
No,
buddies would come over and
sometimes
chill.
My buddy would come over, sleep over in the morning next day. I might be in my underwear.
No.
Like only underwear.
No. Not buddy come over, sleep over, no. Though you'll hit me up, be like, yo, Pooch, come through. We're trying to play a video game, blah, blah, blah. He'll open the door, boxers, and not even like them good not boxer briefs, right? Which I like. I don't like regular ass boxers.
Yeah.
But that little fucking hole is just always. So he loves them shits. They got a little meat hanging out.
little
He's just
peekaboo.
standing there like, hey, he's taking out all the eye boogers out and shit, and he's still in his underwear. And it's like, dude, but you fucking called me, told me to come over. How are you still how am I waking you up right now? I don't understand this.
Some dough shit.
Some dope shit. Nah, I like dough. I'm always in my underwears in my house, by the way. Constantly. Pretty much only put pants on for work. Okay, I'm telling you, as soon as I get home, I'm like, psht. That's why I hate when people are in my house, because I'm like, I'm not at my right freedom levels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would love to do that. Just be in my fucking boxers.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I got an embarrassing story to tell. Yeah, I got on the phone with my psychiatrist the other day on a video call, and I was in my wife beater, and he's like, we usually put shirts on when we see doctors."
Did you have half your
"You
nipple
mind?"
out like always?
Yeah, he's like, it's a possibility, bro. He might have seen it. He might have been like grossed out by it. He's like, yo, But you should put clothes on when we see doctors. I'm
That's
like-
fucking hilarious.
Oh,
I felt
shit.
so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God. But I wake up so late. I wake up at like 11:30.
I've been
That's
telling you, ass, you need to
terrible.
wake up early. You know, you've been on some bullshit lately. Them
This is
late ass wake ups.
It's my schedule.
I personally would have been pissed off at the doctor. I would have been like, "Fuck you! I'm paying you, motherfucker! Like,
You
how about
coming to
mind
my
your own
house?
business?" I usually give people good prices when they come to see me. Okay, I usually help people out when they come asking me for help. You know, fuck's wrong with this guy talking about?
You were
What
wearing a
if you're
shirt,
poor
right?
and all you had was a tank top? Like, you need to go
Yeah, I
find
just had a
clothes and
tank
shit?
top. Yeah, but he was like, he was saying that it was okay, but I obviously knew with that like comment that he was like, no, this is not okay.
Yeah, no, that's foul.
It's
Um,
okay.
Yeah.
He's
So
a nice guy.
yeah, fuck that guy. So like I was saying, I got very used to always being in my underwear. So that is a thing that I did have to grow out of, because I got two brothers, and we would just always be in our underwears all the time. It was fucking ridiculous in my mother's house. And yeah, man, and it would be the three of us running around in whitey tighties. There's pictures of us, all three, no shoes, no shirt, no nothing but
problems.
whitey tighties, like acting all buff and
That's
wrestling and
that's
shit.
awesome.
It's so
That is
ridiculous.
awesome.
Yeah. Fucking but I think I was about sixth grade. I think in the sixth grade, I was still wearing whitey tighties, and that was like the era where I transitioned to not boxer briefs, by the way, just to boxer shorts, as there some call them.
Boxer shorts. Wait, I wear mostly boxer briefs now.
The tight ones. They give
The
they give you
tight
some
boxers,
support.
yes.
Right, they're basically
yes.
whitey tighties, except they're elongated. They're
Yeah.
whitey tighty shorts, right? Right.
And I buy the all white ones now. So I know if I made some mistakes at the end of the day.
Oh my God.
I knew it was. Oh God. Shit stained dough. Goddamn.
Listen,
The fuck?
no shit stain though. Ever since I was introduced to the wet wipe, it was never a shit stain in my underwear. It's whenever I don't have a wet wipe. This is the problem. All right.
What? Wait. Is this when you're a kid?
No, he's talking about right
Now.
now, today, in
Right
real life.
now?
Now, yeah, no, I have booty hole problems.
You should ask your doctor. You should put on your shirt, go talk
Put
to your
on-
doctor, and see what he has to say about your booty hole. You can.
Put on some pants too when you talk to that doctor.
No,
Hey, he needs to
actually, you
take his
don't want
pants
the
off
pants
so he can
on.
spread it wide so he can
Yeah, you
look,
might
so he
wanna-
can look right in there.
Check
Oh,
in
man.
there. That's crazy. Maybe it's the
I've
shit that
had
you're eating.
Before I found wet wipes, it was many a year of mud butt. Okay, it was many a year. All right, just year after year after year of just like muddy, just sweaty. All right.
You know this
I'm
is
glad-
going on the intranet, right?
He's proud.
So for me, it was 7th grade when I started doing athletics. When I was in football, yeah, I switched over. I switched out of the tighty whitey life. You do 1 week getting made fun of, wearing some tighty whities in the locker room. You're gonna be like, yeah, hey mom, I need some boxers and some boxer briefs. I need to
It's-
up my game a little
It's
bit.
crazy how society makes you change, right? Like
Mhm.
growing up, like my mom never wanted me to go get a fucking haircut, like an edge up. She always wanted me. I don't know why. That was her thing. But one day in middle school, Lake Worth, boys will start clowning on anybody for any reason. So my little edge up would be like this small. Motherfuckers would be like, yo, you got to salute with your pinky instead of your whole hand and just start cracking jokes and shit. I'm like, damn, bro. I went to my mom, like, bro, I need a haircut. I need to finally get my edge up because this, and that. They no, you don't need that. Why do you want that? I'm like, bro, niggas is making fun of me because I ain't got a haircut. Like, this shit is terrible. She was like, no, You look good, mijo. You don't need that. I'm like, no, I need a haircut. And then, like, I don't know what happened. I think my uncles talked to her or something. I went to go get a cut, came back, fresh. Your boy got a cut, and now it's ever since that day I've been cutting it up.
I remember. Niggas
Yo,
clowning him.
You were making fun of him?
No, he knows what I'm talking about. He was in the class with me when niggas used to crack
I was gonna
jokes.
say that's a good joke. The pinky salute. That's whoever came up with that. That's funny.
He
Like
had
the McDonald's tape. Remember the McDonald's tape? The niggas used to say I got a McDonald's tape because that shit used to go like that too, like an M.
He had the arches.
It was bad. Like, cause like I would go and crack jokes and they would attack my edge up. It'd be the first thing to attack, and it's like, fuck, I got no leg to stand on out here. Then when I got that edge up, it was a change. It was done.
Everybody was like, ah.
Yeah, everybody was mad hype.
Little kids are brutal, man.
Yo, terrible to each other. Yo, being a kid is not as easy as everybody makes it out to be. All right.
Yeah, nowadays it's kind of, I guess, too much for the kids. I don't know. They hurt themselves or
Bro,
God
the
forbid.
internet is so fucking crazy. Imagine having a portal to the world at 5-6 years old.
Could you imagine if we had internet like how we had now when we was in middle school though?
That's what I'm saying. I was already horny when I was a kid. I was just a little horny kid. Yo, I was.
How did
It's
we
just
get
the way I ended up being. All right.
How did we get from machine gun tapes to you being horny now as a kid?
Well, now with the whole internet, there's a lot of things to get off on.
I'm just saying, I was very onto it. And if I would have had the internet, I would be a very...
He said, I'm already very sick. How sick I get?
How much more? All right. Yeah.
So
shut up.
Going off what Mateo said, though, I think it might have been similar reasons for me. Because I'm thinking, because like at least for me in 6th grade, we had gym class in junior high, and everybody used to just have to get changed in the same room. And really, it's probably for this reason, what is it? The insecurities of these little boys is probably why we all started wearing basketball shorts under our pants. It's so that when you would be in gym class, you'd go into the locker room, you'd just take your pants off, and you're gym ready.
Wait, y'all were wearing basketball shorts under your pants? What the fuck?
It was a thing.
It was
so
a
you would
thing.
have to get changed in front of someone.
No, I don't.
It
I'm
wasn't
not saying
for
that.
that. Some people
It
did.
might have
No,
been though. It might have been though.
It wasn't for me.
But it was more of like some anti-gay shit on some real
What?
shit. Yeah, man, I remember that shit when we were in middle school. It was different times, bro. Being gay was like considered like, and even looking down at somebody's shit was like, oh, you look like my shit.
Yeah, they would say that.
Gay. So it's like I don't know, bro. There's different times.
There's different times, ladies
I remember
and gentlemen.
I almost got into a fight with someone in the bathroom because I was taking a
They
piss at
touched
the
your
urinal.
pecker?
Huh?
They touched your pecker?
No. I was in the
Just
urinal
making
peeing.
sure.
No, I was not sexually assaulted. I was peeing, and then I looked down at my penis to do a couple shakes,
Uh-huh.
and the guy next to me was all like, "Oh, well, you looking at my dick?" Blah blah. Blah. And then that was the whole thing. Like, I was,
Why do I feel like that was flat next to you?
Nah,
I remember we're like I don't know why I picture
Hell
flat
no.
just fucking with you like that.
No.
No, I'm just saying.
Me and Flat were chilling since we were even way younger than that. So we
Really?
were, like me and I knew Flat since he was in the 4th grade.
Oh shit.
That's fucking wild though. That y'all would wear your gym shorts under your clothes.
Yeah, it was it's still a normal thing for some people out here. Like for me, what it was for me.
That's some extreme homophobia, dude.
But it wasn't homophobia for me though.
Though
maybe not specifically for you, but like the fear of getting changed in front of others because you're gonna. That's some weird wild shit, man.
Yo,
like for me,
Lake Worth
Yeah.
is a crazy fucking place. Like you wouldn't believe how much yo, when I and no disrespect, I love that place a lot. I call that place my home. But I go down to Florida and I'm like, yo, I done time warped 4 or 5 years back. I'm like, cause y'all still saying some shit that I am not comfortable saying anymore. Maybe I'm a progressive bitch.
Ooh,
Maybe
Doy's an East Coast elite now.
maybe I'm a
No.
PC, a cultured. Unfortunately, with movies, for Pucho and his friends online on Twitter, they're making fun of us. Tony, they're making fun of us.
Who?
They say that we don't know good movies because
Who
we
said
don't
that?
like Old Boy.
Who said
Pucho's
that?
friends on Twitter.
Yeah,
Fuck them. How about that? Fuck Old Boy too. You think I give a damn about these Twitter people with their Old Boy? Go eat an old cock. How about that? I don't give a fuck about that retarded ass fucking movie. I fucked my daughter. He fucked his sister. Fuck out of here with that snowflake
Tony,
bullshit.
I do got to point out, this is the second time that you've called something retarded in 2 podcasts. We not a fan of that word, bud.
All right, my
It's a
bad.
very,
I don't
very
mean to say,
ableist.
yeah. It was not meant to hurt people with disorders or disabilities. I apologize. But fuck those people who think Old Boy is a great movie. They're fucking. And I hope you're watching this.
Now the rest of your rant, totally fine with whatever.
Anyways,
you can have your difference with
where
me.
was I? Oh yeah, basketball shorts. Fucking, I put
So
them
where
on
was I? Is what you mean?
because I wanted
So
to be.
what I was actually
Oh,
saying
wow.
was
Okay.
that it's not necessarily that it was homophobic, and it's not necessarily that it was insecurities, like specifically, but I think it's all those things wrapped into something, you know. And there was a function to it. It was like, yo, like I'm at any given point, I'm ready to play football or play basketball or do, you know, play manhunt or whatever. Like
Manhunt.
that. Those are reasons.
Manhunt.
Yeah, we used to
What is
run around people's.
manhunt?
It's basically tag. We call it manhunt because the rules are basically you've expanded tag to a whole neighborhood, and you could pretty much hide anywhere in anybody's backyard. You climbing on people's roofs and trash cans and fucking
Not giving a fuck about people's property.
yeah. It was insane. And then some people when we played that big, we didn't because like OG Manhunt, it was like tag, like a hide and go seek tag game. But then like there would be like a jail. So if you get caught, you got to go to jail, and you'd be at like a base. And then
So it's like cops and robbers with B&E. So you could break into people's houses.
It's real cops and robbers, man. Yeah, usually at the end, some cops were showing up, then everybody got to run. The real police pull up. But no. Yeah, so we used to wear shorts for that type of stuff. And I don't know, I'm thinking around that time, like, I probably had a couple instances of taking off my pants and putting on my gym shorts. And then it was like, oh, shit, homeboy got on whitey tighties. And I'm like, yeah, I probably should get out of these whitey tighties and start wearing some. I guess I'm looking at other kids. Some of these other kids got boxers on. You know, I go home to mom, like, yo, mom, like, what's up with these boxers? Like, you know. And then we started wearing those shitty boxers, the boxer shorts. I hate those fucking things. Them shits have a perpetual, like, a little peeking eye into your crotch. At any given moment, the shit rearranges in such a way, and then boom, you got partial cock.
Those things are actually more dangerous than tighty whities for accidentally exposing yourself because you got that little peekaboo window. Just pop out there on accident, man.
That's why I always wear my gym shorts. It wasn't for that. It was to get on the court faster. I wanted to get in the locker and get on the court, do my pre-shots, my warm-ups before people get out there, and then teams is pick, and then it's like, fuck, I didn't get a warm-up shot. I always wanted to be the first one out there, grab the best basketball, start shooting that shit. Or when you're outside, and for some reason, if there's a fight on 8th Street by the pizzeria and everybody's out there fighting, or on B Street and the cops come, you just take off your school pants and just haul ass in your gym shorts and go down the block so the cops can't chase you. But the cops were never there to chase you. They were just there to see what the fuck's going on.
You thought he said he was gonna have a good old knuckle up, but he said, "Yo, the cops come. I'm taking."
I was
my
never involved in any of those
off."
fights. I was never involved in those fights. Niggas was fighting. But I was a spectator. I'm watching all the fights. What's the
No, I
point?
just love the imagery of woo. Cops pull up to the shit. You're like, oh shit, the police here. He starts taking his pants off.
a quick
He's got
slip.
to get it over his fucking shoes.
He pulls too hard. He drops it. It drops down to tighty whities.
Who the fuck could take their pants off without like their shoe
Nah,
getting in the way?
you gotta think. No, because back then in the days, everybody was on that baggy flow. When we was in high school, it was baggy for like the first year or two. It was all dicky fucking pants or whatever fucking shit, back down, ass out type
The
shit.
Jinkos.
I never had a pair of
Jinko
those.
jeans. You don't remember the Jinko
Jinko
jeans?
jeans. Yeah, I
I
remember
never had a
those.
pair.
The
of
only
those.
pants you would buy that they had a waist size and then they had a leg hole size too.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
Really?
No, yo, we need to insert some Jinko art, like some Jinko jean art, like some just images. It's just the. It was a look. It was like a goth look.
Skater
And it was
boy
like-
There's a
dudes would
leg
do
hole
it.
size.
Dude, you would have like a 32-inch like leg hole to go with your like 30-inch waist jeans.
Oh, that's so fucking interesting. I'm not trying to judge nobody. It's just not my lived experience. It's different. It's different. Okay. Jinkos. I'll check them out.
It's just terrible. I always wanted one of those NASCAR jackets. I don't know why. I always wanted one. Everybody had one.
Patches.
All the everybody, all the boys, all the dudes, all of them, they all had it. Even some girls had it. I was like,
How does
"Damn."
this connect?
Look, because there's just
I'm
ridiculous clothing that everybody wore in high school.
Okay, so the NASCAR jackets are ridiculous clothing.
No, they were
You don't
nice.
remember that?
But
You had
everybody,
the SpongeBob NASCAR jacket.
yeah,
everything.
It got a little crazy towards the end of that whole
What?
saga.
The NBA team jacket, NASCAR jacket. It was like a thing in Florida. Yeah.
yeah, if you didn't have one of
Yeah.
those jackets, you wasn't right. That's what.
Florida
much-
swag is actually just atrocious. I'm just gonna be
Nah,
honest with
Nah,
you.
at the time it was in. At the time, just like the whole the Jeezy Snowman shirts, the school banned them shits. Remember
Yo,
that?
we used to wear Jeezy the Snowman shirts to school, and they said we have to stop.
Yeah, they stopped that shit real quick in Lake Worth. They said nope.
I must have been the most uncool dude on planet Earth because I didn't
Why
have
did-
no NASCAR jackets. I didn't have no Jeezy Snowman. I wasn't wearing none of the Jabot jeans with the straps.
Oh, I didn't even have Jabos. I
I-
forgot all
I
about
just-
the Jabos.
Jabos weren't actually an aesthetic. That shit is a
Nobody
look.
actually owned the Jabot pants.
No, I
Sometimes
did
it
not.
feels like y'all
my
came from a different
brother-
country than I grew up in.
Yeah, my brother owned a pair of Jabos.
Okay, I thought it was you.
It's called the hood, man. It's different. It's a different place.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So graduating from that fucking the peeking hole shorts up to basically back to whitey tighties but now whitey tighty shorts. It's been a good move. And I've been at this game for I don't know, probably since maybe 9th grade is probably around the time I started wearing like the boxer brief. And now I'm hearing that there's these new underwears that they include a ball and cock holder to
Yeah.
hold your cock and balls in place. I can't even picture this. I can't even imagine what this is. Is it like an internet? of
Are
sorts?
you guys fruit of the looms guys? Or are you guys Hanes guys?
I'm a PSD or a the one that Pucho has too. I forgot what the name brand was.
Yeah, I don't know what I have.
You
I
have
feel like I normally do like Hanes and like and one.
Pucho put me on. It's
Yeah,
My boxers are fire. All right. I used to be Hanes was my boxer brief preference, but the Hanes get all fucked up. The thigh hole starts stretching, the waistband gets all raggedy, and then it's like you have to replace them so often.
I put those things through some stress with my workouts too. There's lots of squats and like Bulgarian split squats and lunges, and those Hanes are not built to handle all that.
Nah, them first couple squats, you could hear the threads on the thigh go. They start like ripping, and you're just like, all right, that's just you're just stretching them in. That's all. I think mine's are. I don't think they're Adidas. They might be Reebok or Adidas, but it's some type of sportswear. So it's like a sports material. New Balance. It's something. It's some sports shit. I'll check it out later. But yeah, the material is like sports material, so it's like a little stretchy, but it's still boxer brief. They're fantastic.
I
You
wear
can work out in them. You can run in them.
I wear the hands
Huh?
too, though. The Hanes, I wear those too.
Yeah, I'm
They
a
came out
Hanes
with they came
bitch.
up with some good ones recently. It's real stretchy material, but it's breathable. That's the key. You want some breathable shit.
I want to try those ones with the ball and the cock holster though. Like
Yes.
I feel like that's the next evolution
That
in
might be
underwear.
for
for me.
that might be
has
for
to
like
be.
older people, for those whose balls just be swinging. You know what I mean? Because at some point in time of our life as men, our balls are going to be dropped. They're going to be just fucking. That's why they invented those pockets, so they can just gather that shit up in there and it just falls in there and just holds. Because you got that extra skin just dangling.
Maybe your balls get lower if you're more inclined to go in commando. Maybe if you don't have that support, you're wearing those boxers, those old school boxers, the peekaboo window. Maybe you get some danglier balls because there's no
You're
support
saying
going on there.
The older dudes who only wore whitey tighties, they don't have any dangling problems. They got they've had nothing but support.
Breaking Bad is all I can think of when I think of tidy whities now. By the way,
When he comes out of that RV, or
Walter White running around in those tidy whities.
he had the freshest tidy whities for sitting in that RV all damn day long. Little bulge in the back though. It's like could be sagging, but yeah. That's what I picture Doughboy now. I picture Doughboy with that fucking tidy whitey Walter coming out of the RV and it's just fucking droopy at the back like a pamper.
Matt Harry.
Well, there's the thumbnail.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The reason why I've never like skinny dipped or like nobody needs to see all this. Except if you're my loved one, I'll expose you to myself, but nobody needs to see all this. And to the people who have seen me naked, I'm sorry.
There's quite a few of us out there in the world.
I apologize.
Joey got me good one day.
You know what's
Nobody
the worst? Doughboy FaceTimes you, and sometimes he'll just forget what he's doing. This man literally FaceTimes me, has the phone straight to his crotch. I look at my phone, I'm like, yo, Doe, what the fuck? He's like, oh, my bad, bro. I'm like, bro, balls, just balls and cock. Like, you got underwears on, but Jesus Christ, what is all this extra shit I'm looking at here? And he'd be like, my bad.
His face is nowhere near the frame.
Nowhere
All you
near
get
the
is
frame.
like you get from like belly button to like upper thigh, and it's just you're zoned in, you're zoomed right into the crotch.
It's just
It's the fucking doughy frame right there.
It's my optimal framing.
Not for me. I'm good off that.
That's your best angle, though.
Yeah.
Oh man, talk about angles and shit. Yo, are you guys superstitious at all? Do you guys believe in karma? Do you guys
Wait, pause.
pause on what?
Can we dig into this segue a little bit?
On Doughboy's cock?
Talking
talking
about
about
different angles.
Oh,
Are y'all superstitious?
I just wanted to get away from Doughboy's cock. It's bringing back traumatizing fucking images in my head that I don't need to be looking at. I thought it was done.
It's appreciated.
Okay.
Just change the angles of this conversation. But
So
superstitious.
we
shit.
superstitious.
Like, do you believe in karma or like?
I'm less superstitious than my grandma and my grandfather was. My grandfather and my grandmother, very superstitious people. My grandma was the one who taught me about the sweeping people's feet shit. She's like, oh, well, yeah, you must not want to get married anytime soon for your grandmother. She always like say stuff like that because they're all about everybody in my family got married early. Spanish people are like get married before you're 21 type shit. It's weird.
Yeah.
So
Wait, sweeping people's feet?
Yeah, they said that
If
if
you
you sweep their feet, they won't get married.
Yep.
What?
My grandmother said that shit too.
I have never heard that one. That's wild.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe
So,
some
like-
Caribbean shit, but yeah, I mean, I know this shit. I don't know. It seems like I know like everybody I know knows this, but maybe it's my little world of all these like fucking Caribbean people that believe the same shit.
Or
I like
even-
reading about these superstitions and like cryptids and things like that. Like the chupacabra, that's a cool little story. A little like a goat vampire thing going around and sucking on some goats.
blood.
The name's funny, the chupacabra.
Yeah, I also like to read into this stuff mainly because I really don't believe in any of this at all. Maybe just the tiniest amount. I'll say, but and so yeah, I'm always curious, like why, like who associated sweeping feet with not getting married? Like, there's a story there, some kind of folklore or folktale or something that gives you some insights into why some that belief is the case. I find that super interesting.
Maybe way back in the day, somebody swept somebody's foot, and that person was tired of it. He made up a story so people would stop sweeping his feet or someone's feet and be like, "Yo, if you do this, you won't get married." And then we're like, "Oh, it must be real." And then, I think that's how dumb, stupid shit started. Like back in the days, from just pure ignorant shit.
I
Probably.
mean, there's a lot of them. If you break a mirror, what is bad luck or some shit like that?
13 years of bad luck. 13. It's one of those magic, powerful numbers. Which I got numbers of power in my life.
Hold up. If superstitions aren't real, why is there not a 13th floor in any building?
I was just about to say that.
In America.
But there is.
Some buildings.
It's after the 12th.
No, some buildings do have a 13th floor though. I've seen a building that
I've never seen in a day in my life in New York a building with the 13th floor. That's that's a superstition, but like literally
everybody follows it.
Yes. What's up with that?
I think it's mainly because people believe in superstitions. So like the 13th floor make people uncomfortable. So if you had a building with a 13th floor, Dowie would be like, I'm not gonna live. Oh, there's 13th floor unit available. I'm not moving in that bullshit. Like, and probably for that reason, they're avoiding those types of problems. That would be my logical approach to maybe trying to understand that issue. I don't like. It sounds like what you're saying is, if a building included a 13th floor, there were some bad things would happen. Is what it seems like you're implying.
Which doesn't make sense, because if you just count the floors one by one, even if it says 14, that's still the 13th floor. It's just the number 13 is not there.
But it's not my superstition. This is a superstition of architects and building engineers and floor planning.
Yeah, but you believe it though, right? Because you're saying if it's not. Well, because you said if it's not real, then why don't they do a 13th floor? Like, the implication of that statement is that you do think they're real.
Well, I'm just saying, if superstitions are not a thing, if it's fake, if it's like how come the entire building philosophy is like you don't include a 13th floor? Like, I'm just saying, if is a superstition that strong that it could literally annihilate science? Like,
yeah, like for example, if you go to any Americanized Chinese food, every single Chinese restaurant you'll go to get food, they'll give you packets of like duck sauce and soy sauce. If you look on the packet, what does it say on there? No MSG. Right? They want everybody to know there's no MSG in this food. But why do they want you to do that? Like, why do they want you to know that? It's because some people fucking way back in some time period said, I mean, not that long ago, maybe like 30, 40 years ago or some shit like that. They're basically saying like MSG has all these negative effects on you, like cancer.
It'll kill you.
It'll kill you and all this shit. And it's completely unfounded. It's a totally normal thing that makes food taste better. Everybody understands this. They use this in restaurants. They use this in food and all this shit.
There's some racism and xenophobia at work there.
Right. But it doesn't stop them from both A, allegedly not putting MSG in their food, and B, not, and they put it on every single packet. Like, they want to inform the public, hey, we're not using MSG here. Like, don't worry about it. And it's like, that's like a response that's not scientific in nature. Like, they're totally doing this because the public is concerned about this.
So, Pucho, have you ever had an unexplained event happen in your life? Whether you believe there's a scientific explanation for it that you just weren't in you didn't have possession of all the facts?
Yeah, I mean, one that I could think of right off the top of my head, when I was 4 years old, I got hit by like a car, it wasn't like a sedan. It was like something, not quite a truck, but like somewhere in between like a truck and a sedan or whatever, like a station wagon or something along those lines. I was 4 years old, right? And I got dragged through the street and everything.
Holy shit, dude.
Right. So I got rushed to the hospital and all that shit. And when I went to the hospital, the people that were looking at me, they were like, "Yo, this boy don't got nothing wrong with him. Like, he don't got nothing." So, and I remember this shit. Like, so yeah, I mean, I went to the hospital for getting hit by a car, and I didn't have any broken bones. I wasn't cut or nothing. I went back home like it was nothing. But like, my grandmother saw me get hit by a car. My cousins were there. My parents came, ran outside. Like, so like, that's something that like I'm interested in what really happened there. You know what I'm saying? Like, people claim they saw me get hit by a car, right? Like, the more likely thing that I could think of is like the car was coming. I might have recoiled like when I saw it and kind of threw myself back, and the car went right over me. Like, I went under the car, and it probably grabbed onto my clothes and dragged me, like, and it like ripped my clothes off or whatever. Like, that would be like a logical thing that I could think of, but it feels a little bit unexplained. Like, I don't know what happened, and people claim, "Nah, I saw Pucho get hit by that car." You know what I mean? Like,
yo, that's crazy.
So basically, you're Bruce Willis from Unbreakable.
That's what I like to think.
Yo, that's
I've never
crazy.
broke a bone. Never broke a bone, man.
Yeah.
Maybe that car just didn't hit you right.
I'm sure you know how to fucking kill things, Mr. Hamster Killer over here. Mr. I want to be a contract killer for hire. I'm sure you've learned some techniques.
I'm glad. I'm glad you didn't get fucked up by the car. You know what I mean? That could have been really bad. I would have probably never met you. You know, but that's just...
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm just imagine how depressing it'd be for a parent. Like, you got this 4-year-old kid and they just fucking died. Like, shit happens.
Fuck that driver up. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, this is in the middle of the hood. The whole hood came out to kill this guy too, yo. That shit.
Shit.
My god.
So they call the cops?
I think they took me in an ambulance.
Damn.
So I lean on the side of being a skeptic, right? That's where I lean. I mean, I'm agnostic. I've been atheist various points in my life. So like, how am I not going to believe in a heaven, but I'm going to believe that there's ghosts, right? Like, how do I rectify that in my head, right? And I don't really believe in them, but I did have an interesting experience last year. I'm curious to see what y'all's take is on this. So I was dating this girl at the time, and we used to go thrift shopping a lot. And I like to buy goofy art from thrift shops. I got a painting downstairs that I call Gentleman Horse, and it's this horse head, and he's wearing like a little like tuxedo. It's like the top part of it is Gentleman Horse. It's a goofy painting. I like it. Well, the painting that I bought this time is this. It looked
like a fucking La Llorona, bro.
It was a hand. It was hand painted. It was an original work of art, and there was no one signed it. There was no indication on it or anything. It's just this random painting I found in a Goodwill.
That's creepy.
I like creepy things. I went and put it in my living room. That's where I have all my creepy paintings and artwork. That's where all my like skulls and like anatomy and like my goat skull with like painting, like that's painted. That's where all my creepy shit is.
So just a quick interjection. This is why I say I pretty much don't believe in any of this stuff. It's because in reality I don't at all. But like, I wouldn't bring that painting to my house. Something I'll be like, this shit creeps me out. Who knows? A ghost might come out on my house. Even though I don't believe in it at all, like I kind of have those things. Like there was this doll somewhere that's like, oh, if you take a picture of this doll, this doll's ghost would haunt you or something. And I'm like, obviously that's a fake story, but I ain't taking a picture of that shit. You know. So, anyways, go ahead. I'm very interested in those stories.
So I put this painting up on the wall, and my apartment is very quiet. My apartment is one of the most quiet apartments in the world. The only sound you get is you get a little bit of road noise. You get some highway noise, which I kind of like when I'm trying to sleep. It's kind of soothing. There started being like creaking sounds. I could hear the stairs, because the stairs make sounds when you walk up and down them. At night, I could hear like the stairs making sounds. This house would make a little bit more like settling sounds than I was used to. There were sounds. It was interesting. And then at a certain point, though, you have to ask yourself, like, are there more sounds, or am I just hyper aware because I heard this sound and now it's put me in a state where I'm hearing more shit, right? Whatever. A few weeks go by. I keep hearing like more movement in my house, and I don't know whether it's just me imagining things. This is in the middle of COVID too, so maybe it's just my COVID brain going crazy and imagining things. Then something weird happened when I was sleeping one night. I was sleeping and I woke up because there was a bright ass fucking light shined in my face, and it was red. It was this bright red light, and it went. I was laying in my bed, and it went from the left side of my face to the right side of my face, like someone had a flashlight and it like swept it across me. And on the left side is my bathroom, and there's no lights over there. And on the right side of me is the only like actual source of light. But it was this bright red light, like it was like one of those like military lights with like the red little like gel filter on it. It was that shade of red. And I woke up and I was like, what the fuck was that? Because like this light is what woke me up. This light shining across my face. It's super weird. I made note of it. I was like, some creepy shit going on here. Well, homegirl that I've been dating, she came over and slept over one night, like a week later, 2 weeks later, something like that. Guess what woke her up in the middle of the night? Same exact thing. Red light across her face. Woke us both up this time.
What the fuck?
Yeah. She started getting freaked out at this point. She was a lot more of a believer than I was. She's way less skeptical. She talked to a priest. And the priest's words of advice were, you need to tell your boyfriend that he needs to come back to the church and come back to God. He shouldn't be playing with things like this.
Yo, I don't fuck with that shit. I would have thrown that painting away immediately. You have the painting still?
I put it by the dumpster and it was gone in 5 minutes. So it's someone else's problem now.
Have you seen the light since then?
No, dude. Like my apartment's been quiet again. There's no light waking me up in the middle of the night.
Yo,
so were you just sleeping on your back?
I think it's La Llorona. That's who I think it is.
Facts.
Yeah. And I will tell you, the night that I threw that painting away, the night I went and put it by the dumpster, there was a big ass storm that night, and the wind was blowing, and the tree was like hitting against the window. She was trying to get back in, dude. That's what was going on.
I'll tell you what, bro.
There's a lot of coincidence in this story. I don't know if I fully buy into that there's a ghost, but there's a lot of coincidence in this story.
Unexplainable shit, bro. Like that's what that shit is the study you can't explain with science or anything. That shit that's some superstitious shit. Like when I first started dating Emily and I started staying at her house, mind you, I'm superstitious, but not super superstitious. You know what I mean?
He's just a little stitious.
I'm just there, right? I come to find out one day. I told this girl, like it was like a month or so before she were moving or whatever, and this girl, Emily, shows me a fucking Luigi board. I said, "Yo, why the fuck?" I said, "I've been sleeping here this whole time with that shit in your closet." She's like, "Yeah, it's just a board." I said, "Did you play with this board?" Or like my friends did, and then they just left it here. No. I was like, "Give it back to them. Don't bring it with us. Do not bring that shit with us," right? I told her, leave it in the closet. As a matter of fact, when we move, leave it in the closet. Don't bring it with us. That same night, I slept at her house. That same night, I felt a chill. That same night, my fucking foot got pulled off the fucking bed, my nigga. I woke up praying to God. I felt my whole foot get yanked off the bed. Nigga, my head was at the headboard. When I woke up from getting pulled, I was like, what the fuck? My head was at her stomach. And I felt a cold fucking hand on my foot. Bro, I woke up, I fucking shimmied all the way up to the headboard like a little fucking girl. I woke this bitch up. I said, my wife, sorry. I woke my wife up and I was like, yo, did you pull my fucking leg? She was like, she looked at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? I turned on the light. I'm sitting there and I said to myself and I said, damn, fucking board is upset. So what I told her to do, get rid of that shit. Got rid of the board. Thank God to this day, knock on wood, that's superstitious shit right there. I ain't had no problems with that shit again. But that shit scared me. The moment I found out about it and the moment I put some bad juju on it to get rid of it, that shit came at me, bro. It did. I don't know why people play with that board. I don't know.
Emily messed up. Emily messed up on a great chance to just mess with you. She should have been like, I got rid of that board. It's gone, babe. Don't even worry about it. And then put it straight back in the fucking room. And like, how did this get here?
I would have probably broken up with her. I would have broken up with her. Real shit.
Oh my God.
I would have broken up with her. I would have not had Alexander right or Luca right now. I would have not had a wife right now. I would have not. I don't play with that shit.
Be like,
So-
my name was
so-
Emily Rose in
so
a past life.
So we don't want to get together and do a one-up podcast seance.
Hell yeah. Oh, that'd be lit.
I'm down.
The CEO would not be
Dude.
attending at this one-up podcast. My co-CEOs can just
Dude,
sit there by themselves and die.
the same company that makes the Monopoly board makes the Ouija board, dude. It's a,
So
isn't it?
that the Monopoly board is not fucking bringing evil spirits. It's just making
It is
making
though.
you
Have you
evil.
played? Have you played Monopoly? The Monopoly board summons some evil spirits.
No,
That's
it
a
just
fact.
makes you an asshole in sales and trades.
I think, Tony, you're making my point. As I'm saying, the same way that the Monopoly board doesn't bring evil spirits, the same way that the Ouija board, the other board made by the same company, also doesn't bring evil spirits.
I'm good, bro. I'm not playing with that. Y'all can.
No, I
y'all
feel
play
you.
with that
Like
shit.
I said, I don't believe in any of this nonsense. To me, if you believe in superstitions and things like that, I straight up I categorize you in my head and I go, this person believes in magic. I honestly think of it like that. That's not insulting or nothing, you know. Just I put it in my head like, all right, this is a person that believes in magic. Like, just I could fool you later. Maybe I'll pull a magic trick on you. You'll believe that shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I got a funny story about being scared in the middle of the night. Almost similar to Mateo, but I think I was actually gonna die. One night,
Wait, sorry. Before we go down that though, like we kind of moved on a little too quick off Mateo's thing. I'm still fascinated. I was trying to think like, what is this red light that? Because at first I was like I forget what they call it. But I have this thing sometimes where like when I'm sleeping, I'll hear like a loud scream when I'm waking up, but it's just like in my mind.
Mhm.
Like I'm inventing the sound.
See,
And so I was just wondering, like, if that's something that you were doing, and maybe this red light was.
so that was part of my thought process because I'm prone to sleep paralysis whenever I'm stressed, and sleep paralysis, like I've straight up like felt like there were people breaking into my house. I've seen a shadow man in the doorway. I've felt demon hands pulling me through the bed. Like my brain's done all kinds of crazy tricks to me, right? So like the red light by itself on me, it wasn't necessarily like me being like, oh fuck, it's haunted. That's a ghost painting. the ghost is coming to get me or anything. The sounds in the middle of the night could also be the same thing. Like my sleep paralysis has presented itself just as me hearing sounds, just as me hearing someone shuffling around my house. Sleep paralysis is a weird fucking thing. There's a great documentary on it if you ever want to know what sleep paralysis is like, because it's a wild thing. The girlfriend at the time, the ex coming over and like co-signing though, that's where that's the part where my skepticism like dies a little bit. And I'm like,
did she know of this story or you didn't tell her?
Yeah, she definitely knew of the story, but she was not prone to sleep paralysis. She wasn't even asleep yet when she saw this light.
Her eyes were open.
Her eyes were closed, but she was not asleep yet. Like this like we had seriously like almost just laid down. And she
That would creep me out.
But she is also more of a believer. So like there's some arguments that can be made on each side.
I'd say that's an important detail that was left out that I'm now going to use as the explanation for my belief, is that this susceptible person who's susceptible to these types of beliefs, you told her the story and she believed that this actually happened to you in a physical way, like it actually occurred, and she either fell asleep and dreamed it, or she imagined it or something. Although you did say that it woke you up at the same time, right?
Yes, I was gonna say.
All right, there's something in your house, not a spirit. There's got to be something in your house, dude. Any day now, you're gonna be woken up by the red light again, and you're gonna be looking for another painting you bought instead of whatever the fuck this thing is.
The painting's gonna reappear. That's what's gonna happen.
I haven't had a red light.
I would fucking move out. Again, I don't believe in superstitions. Totally. Only a little bit. I only believe in them a little bit. And that extent is that it would freak me out. I still get antsy. I get scared. Like, oh shit, I heard a sound. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
So the only reason I got rid of the painting actually is because she told me she would no longer be coming over to my house or sleeping over at my house if I didn't get rid of that painting. But I will tell you, because I'm an asshole, there was a part of me that wanted to fake getting rid of it and sneak it into her fucking car.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
She would have crashed. That poor girl would have fucking crashed.
Terrible.
But like I was gonna tell you, so in the middle of the night at 3 a.m., I think, right? The power went out in my house, and my mother, being nosy mom, being protective mom, goes to everybody's room and wakes them up and see if they're okay. We're sleeping. Like, the power went out. Just move on with your life. Like, it's gonna come back on. Nope. She wants to be there. I'm sleeping in my room peacefully. My mom wakes me up, banging on, because I lock my doors. My mom's open. Tony, open the door. Tony, open the door. I'm half asleep laying in my bed. And I hear her. I'm like, why is she banging on my door? I open my eyes. And to my surprise, a white ghosted type woman in a nurse getup, an old-fashioned nurse getup, bloody apron with a knife in her hands over my body. I froze, looked at her, and thought to myself, I am dying. Right? I stand up on my bed. I stand up almost quick, and I just run. I run so hard, I hit the wall. Because my bed was against the wall. I hit the wall so fucking hard, full speed, dude. Bow. My mom was like, Tony, what happened? Tony, screaming. And I'm like, Mom, they're going to kill me. Mom. I'm like fucking 14 years old, I think, at the time. I'm still in high school, I think, or 9th grade or some shit. I'm like, Mom, they're going to fucking kill me. Mom, she's going to kill me. She's going to kill me. Open the fucking door. Like, I can't open the door. I was like, get Lena, get Lena. She can open the door. Get Lena. I'm fucking, after I smack the bed or the wall, I fall back on my back and get off, and I fall off the bed. Smack the bed. I get on all fours and I start crawling to the door. Oh, open the door. I'm going to die. Open the fucking door. I don't know how my sister finally opens the door. I'm fucking crawling out of my room. My mom, everybody, my dad, and all them are in the hallway. They say that my face was so fucking white. Pale white, because of the fear I had in me. And I'm fucking hyperventilating, and they're like, what happened? Who's in the room? My dad rushes in the room. Who's in the room? They think someone broke into the window trying to kill me. I'm like, the ghost. She's got blood all over her. She's gonna kill me. Da-da-da-da. And everybody's like freaking out or whatever. And then my little sister goes and says, I don't see nothing. What's wrong with him? Or some shit like that. And they all just like, shut the fuck up, Tony. You're having a bad dream. Pushing that shit off. I'm like, bro, I saw it. It was just standing over my body.
That sounds like a night terror.
It might have been. But either way, that shit was real as fuck to me. I didn't go back in that room, need to say. I didn't go back in that room that night.
Perception is reality.
That shit had me fucked. My dad's like, sigue jugando ese pinche Nintendo. That's all he could blame it on. The fucking Nintendo. That's all he could blame it on.
That's a fact. Hispanic parents, the only thing they blame, anything happened, you got bad grades, is because of video games. You had a nightmare, the video games.
You're fighting with your brother, video games.
Yep.
Everything is pinche Nintendo. Like, I'm just like, bro, it has nothing to do with the Nintendo. Like it's just that bitch was real. Like it's a real thing.
I am a little disappointed because it sounded like you're about to hit me with the mother load of all like, yo, this story is gonna convince you. But it was just hey, I saw something and I freaked out about it. This is a classic case of you were just kind of in your little twilight. You were waking up, but you're not quite awake, so your eyes are
No,
opening.
yeah, I'm not trying to convince you. You have to
saw some
experience
shit.
it. I can't
I
convince
see
you.
shit often.
Yo, I have some fucking crazy dreams. Yo, just out of this fucking world. Really, really more recently, within like the last 5 years, they've been very reoccurring. It's weird. It's always the same place, the same situations. And I'm like, this is not fun. I don't like these dreams.
You know what's crazy is that I've dreamed of dreams, right? But then they become deja vu. Like I dreamed of a certain situation, of a certain piece of time, and then it actually happens like months down the road. And I'm like, damn.
I felt that as well.
I'm
So
like,
you guys are brujas.
I felt that as well.
like I wake up and I'd be like, okay. And then months down the road, holy shit, I just dreamed about this. He's gonna say that. Yeah. I'll be like, what the fuck? And-
Yesterday, actually, I had crazy deja vu. I had some family over at my house for one of the first times in pretty much since the pandemic, and I was sitting there, and I was like, "Man, I've seen this. Like, this is so familiar to me right now." And I even thought, like, I was like, "Yeah." My cousin's kid is about to like walk by, and then she just walked right by. I swear to God, I had this exact thought. I was like, "Oh shit!"
They changed
And then
something
I
in the
just sort of
Matrix.
forgot about it. Yeah, it was really weird.
Like, how can you
But then
explain
again,
that?
it's like your mind is powerful, man. I could have heard her coming and then invented the thought right in that moment, and then, yo, I'm telling you,
I don't
Dreams
know,
are
man.
basically just your brain running like simulations. Like it's just it running like it's like practicing things, like looking through like your stresses and like potential future situations, just running like situations
And you
through.
think, and it's gonna accurately paint a picture of something 2 months in the future?
yeah, I
Hence
mean, we
what it
deja
do the
is.
vu.
same thing. We do. Why don't you ever get deja vu when you go to a brand new place for the first time? Like you don't. Your deja vu's always in your common places. Like you be in your crib every single day of your life. And how many times has your mom walked through that door, or you came into your room after taking a shower, or any number of like these are super common things. Not only have you lived this so many times, you've probably dreamed it in some capacity as well. I feel like things just have a familiar look, and every now and again, maybe you're feeling a little more introspective than usual, or you're not daydreaming as hard when you come in, and you're just like, oh shit, that like I don't know.
Or alternatively, what if we're all living in a simulation?
Hey, we
That-
just had a
that's-
glitch.
It could be a glitch. It's all software. We don't actually exist. None of us exist. We're just ones and zeros.
Or what if we live in like Jet Li's like The One kind of universe where there's a bunch of parallel
Infinite.
U's. There's a bunch of parallel U's in existence, and now I'm adding a new factor here. Every time they die, instead of you becoming more powerful like The One, you kind of just get their memories, but as like a subconscious thing. And maybe in that moment you get struck with like this odd feeling of nostalgia or like deja vu or whatever.
I would be down to have like a full on like simulation reality conversation at some point. But superstitions, I do have lucky numbers. I don't know that they're actually like lucky in general. I like playing lots of number games in my head though. My birthday is March 21st. That's 321. A nice little like sequence. By 21 by 3, you get 7. So my numbers are 3, 7, and 21 typically.
That's cool.
Jesus has this weird thing in all of his birthdays in his family. There's a 6 somewhere, and all of their birthdays or something in there is 6.
Huh.
He lives on the 6th floor. I think the 6th letter of the alphabet is his apartment number. It was weird. It's
Yeah,
so weird.
his name only has 6 letters in it if you can't count right.
Yeah.
He said yes so quick before you even finished it.
I am interested in that one bit though. Every single person in his family's birthday has a 6 in it.
Has some sort of reference. It's some sort of thing to 6.
What does that mean? There's a 6 in it?
We'll have that conversation in a voice chat, and we'll be able to explain it more in the future.
Do you have lucky numbers, Doey?
Yes.
What is your lucky number?
9.
Why is 9 your lucky number?
9. Number
I
9.
don't know. It's an upside down 6.
The size of my dick.
Yeah, 9 and 6 are cool. They're like opposites.
Mm-hmm. Pucho, do you have a lucky number? I don't know.
No.
Wouldn't imagine as much.
I have a favorite. Like 26 is one of my favorite numbers, like on a football, like on like a jersey and shit like that. But no, it's not lucky. If I were to gamble on a number, I would either pick one of like those types of numbers that are associated with my life somehow, or just something totally random. So I don't know. In the even though we're wrapping up, I want to just introduce a whole rabbit hole here. One superstitious thing that we haven't really touched on that almost everybody subscribes to, I don't at all, is like in sports. Like the concept of like bad juju or jinxing someone.
Facts.
Things like that. Almost everybody I know believes in this. And to me, it's just magic.
I've never been in a situation where I would have to do this one, but I think that the baseball one of your pitcher's pitching a perfect game, you don't ever reference that they're pitching a perfect game to them. I would subscribe to that one. I think it kind of makes sense too, because I think they'll get in their own fucking head if you're like, yeah. Dude, you're 6 pitches away from a perfect game. Like, shut the fuck up. Just get away from me.
Yeah, no. That for sure. But I would easily explain that as like you're creating a situation now where there's pressure. Like you created pressure where there wasn't, you know?
Yep. But you mean as far as like...
I know people that are like we'll
Tony,
be watching a game miles and miles, I mean, hundreds of thousands of miles away from wherever this thing is happening. And I'll say to my brother, I'm like, oh shit, like, yo, we about to blow them out. My brother's like, yo, chill. You're going to jinx us. And then, so some shit like that happens. It's like, wait, hold on. How me having a conversation with you is going to affect the New York Knicks? Like, I'm interested in that. Like,
and then they lose. And then it's like, see, nickel, you said something. You jinxed us.
That's what they'll say. But come on. You think they lost because I said it?
Yeah, it's a jinx.
It's the butterfly effect. Your conversation with your brother in the bar, and
even that I could accept somewhat as a
if someone could logic it all the way down.
There's not enough time to do that. Like, but say you were in New York, and like, there's probably a butterfly effect from one person to some other person that's seemingly far away that could occur. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure something like that has happened, but no, I don't think, oh, I like this athlete, or I think this guy is gonna do this or blah blah blah, and then they get injured. It's like, yo, Pooch, that was Pooch's fault. Like, I totally remember when he said that. It's like it's such a silly, like, if you really believe that, like, you literally believe that I have the power to do incredible things. Like, I could just will the opposite effect that I want at any given moment. Like, that, I don't know, that's magical. Again, if you don't think that's magic, I don't know what. And if you don't find that incredible, then I also, I don't know. You guys seem way too chill to like, if I just have the ability to destroy a career like at any time, and you're not amazed by that.
Though, some people do have that power though. But we're not talking magic though. We're talking like
physical.
The one that always pops in my mind is that Doctor Who thing, where like he gets you guys ever seen Doctor Who? You probably haven't seen Doctor Who.
I have.
There's a bit where like he's this woman like goes against him, the prime minister goes against him, and she does some fucked up shit, and he's like, I can take your career away with one sentence. And she's like, yeah, I'd like to see you try. And he goes to like her assistant. He's like, doesn't she look tired? And like that starts like this whole rumor that she's like overworked, and she's like it's this whole thing takes her down with one sentence.
Diablo.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's
That's dope.
beast.
I'll end with this bit. Okay, I do believe in Lil B's power. The base god is real. He could jinx you. He'll curse you.
Oh, the base guy.
And he lifts curses, and people do well again. So I'll just put that out there.
Well,
I really don't believe.
Very true.
We didn't even get into aliens.
No, that's what I was about to say. Just as bad as superstition. Aliens. How about that? You think there's other beings in this universe? It's a big universe. Do you think there's other ones out there with people on it? I would like to think there is, but got the government covering up UFOs as aerial events now and shit. So,
oh my god! I think mathematically, it's like a certainty that there is some life in the universe, right? And you said it. It's a big place. big is an understatement, right? I think it's like a mathematical certainty that there's some life, intelligent life. It's possible. I don't know. It gets crazy. I mean, really, what you're asking though, right? Is if well, I don't know. What are you asking? Are you asking if we think that aliens have come to Earth, or do we think there's aliens in the universe?
Do you think there is extraterrestrial beings out there? And do you think they've visited Earth?
Yes to the first question. Second question is, here's my take on it. The universe is fucking huge. For any aliens to get over here, it would be 100-year mission minimum, right? Probably longer.
From our feeble little minds, yeah.
Well, you're talking like even if they had like light speed travel, right? Like you're still talking like, so it'd be such a long mission time. And then they go on this like 100-year mission or 1,000-year mission or whatever the fuck, right? And they get to Earth and they're like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to cloak ourselves and be invisible, and we're just going to appear sometimes. we're just going to reveal ourselves a little bit, just sometimes. And they're like, and boom, mission complete. That's all we came here to do. No, dude, they would come and they would make contact. Like there would be absolute like, you're not gonna spend that the whatever space budget it would be to launch a mission over here and spend that much time just to, I don't know, abduct some cows and some rednecks or something.
I don't know. I mean, if let's say we were the aliens and we go and visit a planet that's,
we'd nuke it.
Probably. But they'll go down and they'll want to be like studying what's there. They would want to see like, oh, okay, like, this is going on. They don't look hostile. Like they're just looking and testing and seeing. Maybe that's what they're doing with us.
Oh, like the National Geographic Channel, like where like the little like the prairie dogs pop at our heads up,
out, yeah,
unaware that there's a photographer in the like 100 yards away with the zoom lens.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't know really. I would like to say that maybe there isn't some aliens that did come here and did whatever they did, but to say that we're the only people in this universe, we don't even know how big this universe is. We don't really, you think we do. We're only measuring as far as we can actually measure.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like based off of what we think, yeah, sure, we measured it, but that shit is almost infinite. And that's why I always tell people, like, if aliens do come to this world and be like, yo, we'll take 2 of you, or we'll take some of you guys so you can see it, I'll be out. I'm gone.
Yeah, the universe is the definition of infinite. It's ever growing.
Yeah, it's expanding.
I think
yeah.
So,
eventually it'll stop.
I do think there's other people out
and
there,
they'll snap back in.
Oh my God. The Big Bang all over again.
Do you believe in aliens, though?
When everything comes in so hot, it collides.
Double, you believe in aliens?
That's scary. I mean,
you look like you believe in aliens.
I believe in I shared this video once about Mars being our home world and shit like that. Is terrible. At one point in time, I guess, yeah. I believed in aliens, but maybe, maybe, maybe they touched down. Maybe they've given us some advancement of technology, but like that's all like say so. That's all a fantasy. I don't know if any of that's true. You know what I mean? Are there lizard people?
I
That's the
Are
worst
the
story I've ever heard in my life, bro.
did the water turn the frogs gay? These
I mean,
things are all legitimate questions. You know what I mean? But I mean, like,
that
I
man
mean,
is
it
the
would be.
embarrassment of Austin, Texas.
I thought
he's
he was like,
hilarious.
that's fucking funny.
I remember seeing that man just screaming on corners with a fucking megaphone before he had any kind of following.
They were just releasing videos recently, though the United States Army and stuff like that, and they've released videos of like what. I mean, the only thing that I could guess is that it's surveillance drones from like other countries trying to like survey what we got going on. You know what I
That's
mean? Where we're at and stuff like that. And like that's my only answer to like what those things could actually be.
that's my assumption as well. I saw a video where a guy had recreated some of the kind of effects that they were seeing in those videos, with like he was claiming that it was a combination of shitty quality night vision capabilities on the cameras, some specific like triangle shaped like lens they were using, and like or like a light apparatus that they were using, and low visibility. Like he was like all these conditions together, he's like could cause that little like triangle spaceship that they saw to appear. He's like, and here's me recreating, and then he like kind of recreated it. They look pretty similar, but whether that explains away all of them, I don't know. Who is that
Because
dude?
like
Who's that dude? The dude from Blink 182. He's got his like one of the guys. He's like all about aliens. He's got his own like little alien foundation. They did a Information Act. I think they got the U.S. government to release a bunch of like information about unidentified flying objects.
That's
yeah,
interesting. No, I don't know anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
the Blink
Yeah.
182 guy, yeah.
Hmm.
But I mean, what's interesting to me is like is more or less of like that counter like basically spy shit. Like we're like as countries we're all constantly trying to spy on each other, and that in my opinion is more or less what those things are, like
Spy
counter
drones.
ops and shit like that. Yeah, stuff like that.
Think of
If
the
you had
information
Easy on
Tony
here,
could
it'll be a
have.
wrap.
Think of the
Yo, oh my
information
God.
Tony could have for us if he had actually become a contract killer.
He'd probably know the answer to this right now. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, I
Not
He'd be
remember.
like,
I was in
he's-
that drone. That was
He's
a
like-
Wednesday."
Not
He's like, I
only
killed mad aliens, yo.
not only would I know the answer,
Headshot.
and not only would I tell you, I would also have to kill you.
That's foul.
That's
that technology one is interesting because I fell into this weird YouTube hole recently. And I've got these videos popping up on my recommendation, and it's all these dudes with like these huge stones, like these like 60-foot long stones, and they're like 10 feet wide, and it's them cutting these stones, but they're cutting it with just a sledgehammer and some chisels. And what they do is they hit these, they like split it down the middle base. They put these little like these chisels all the way down, and they hit them all the way down, and then they go back and they go back again, and then like they hit it one last time, and then the entire stone like splits cleanly like down the middle.
Mhm.
It's crazy
fuck?
stuff. It's crazy stuff. And then like all the comments are like, yeah, show this to your buddies that are like, how did the Egyptians cut those stones?
Oh
And-
no, I actually seen what you're talking about. I've seen it. It's literally like little metal picks, and they put them in there, and they'll slice it clean. But I don't know if they did that with the pyramids. Those are pretty big fucking blocks. I mean,
These
maybe.
ones are huge, dude.
Oh yeah, maybe. Easy would tell you that an alien came in here with a big ass knife and sliced that shit perfectly for us and then took off. Although the Egyptians have paintings of them fucking pointing at something in the sky with lights. Maybe it's the sun. I don't know.
It's probably the sun, moon, stars.
Sky gods
Comet.
Sky gods are so old though, dude.
Even from the
every
Mayans.
religion's got a sky god.
Yeah, the Mayans too. It's crazy.
Everybody.
Superstitious shit. Aliens and shit.
So like I was saying, I don't even know if there's other intel. Like we might be the smartest things in the entire universe, which is kind of depressing. But yeah, because like when we say it's a mathematical certainty that there's life out there, we're talking about like there's some fluid in there that has like bacteria, like, and that's like life or something, like indication of some type of life, right? And so it's like anything beyond that is just adding more and more complexity, right?
It could even be that we're just late to the game. These civilizations have come and gone, and we're the last ones that have popped up. We might go and get to some like far off galaxies someday and just find the remnants of like a society that destroyed themselves. Like that's entirely possible.
That'd be lit.
Like
You
Returnal.
find some Prothean technology, and then you just
all I've got in my mind right now.
Mass Effect.
I've got Alien Covenant in my mind. That's all I can think of right now. Those the what do they call them? The engineers or whatever.
Yeah. That's as funny as
engineers.
Fuck. You have that in your mind.
From, not Alien Covenant. This is the other one, the one that everybody hates.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Prometheus.
Yeah.
Prometheus, yeah.
I like that movie.
Do you like that movie?
It was pretty good.
So
Why didn't she just run to the right when that spaceship was falling down? Why didn't she just run to the right?
That shit was so stupid.
Why did the scientists immediately just take his helmet off without knowing that he was in a breathable atmosphere? Mm-hmm. Why did the scientists start touching on that one little alien thing's head? These guys find alien technology and they start slapping it. The first thing they do.
That's Science 101, dude. You just poke, you pop, you
balls
taste.
to the walls, man. Fuck it.
I don't know. That movie was stupid on so many levels, but it was cool. It was visually very interesting, and I don't know. I love Alien, and the franchise in general. I like Alien 1, 2, and 3. So I was excited for Prometheus. A little bummed out by it, but I still think I could watch it. I could watch Prometheus. It's not as bad as everybody makes it seem, but
it's goofy. It's a fun movie to riff on, but it is very pretty. It's incredibly well shot.
Yep.
Yeah,
and it actually ties in Blade Runner to Alien. So
does it really?
How?
Yeah, they reference some corporations that exist in Blade Runner.
Interesting.
Really?
I didn't know that.
I still haven't seen the new Blade Runner.
Oh man!
Oh my
it's
god!
Really
it's
good.
so good.
Yeah, it's good.
I keep putting it off. Maybe I'll do that today because I want to watch the old one and then I want to watch the new one. I want to do back to back.
Dude, I just watched the original Blade Runner like I think maybe last weekend. I was doing something. I just put it in the background. I love that movie.
I still forget what the movie's about. Like I remember watching it, understanding it, but right now trying to go back and remember, I forget pieces here and there. So I might want to go and rewatch it today.
It's about whether androids dream of electric sheep or not, basically.
Yeah. It's the book. Yeah, man.
It's a good
Blade
one.
Runner's my shit.
Yeah. Okay, so alien conversation though. Let's say we were able to get onto that rocket to Mars to go and be like the first people over there, like forming a society and exploring and terraforming and all that fun stuff. Y'all in or y'all not in? I am a single guy. I'm pretty unattached. I'm on that spaceship.
I'm in it with my kid.
I'll go die on Mars. I don't give a fuck.
We're gonna die regardless. Might as well die somewhere else.
Nah, I'm staying my ass on Earth. Like I wish I wish in that moment I could split into like two beings and go and have those experiences because it'd be interesting. It'd be all brand new and shit like that. But there ain't even no internet over there. There ain't no TV.
You ain't gotta worry about that.
And shit. Like,
you ain't gotta worry about that.
You don't worry about that. I'm worried about that. I know your ass. Your ass be acting like you don't need that shit until you be bored. You be like, ooh, can't wait to go back home and get into some Warzone. You think you playing Warzone in Mars?
I'm dropping in, boy.
You ain't dropping into shit.
NASA got the best internet. You don't think that's if they can transmit motherfucking communications, they're gonna definitely transmit 5G network out there. Like
You
shit's
didn't-
gonna be good.
Tony's going to be playing at 1 frame per 15 minutes.
Exactly. You didn't watch the fucking Martian? That dude was sending text messages back and having to wait like 15 minutes at a time.
That shit
Like-
is ridiculous.
That's
Nah,
a good
but I'll be
fucking
That shit's
down.
incredible.
Emily also wants to do that. Like you can ride to the moon. There's a thing that you can do that with the SpaceX shit or whatever. That you can just.
Joey, does space
No.
scare you? What is going on over here?
Yo, traveling to space?
Why not? That's something that a lot of
That's
people can't say they
scary.
do.
You don't want a wall about that big separating you from a vacuum that'll just split you inside out.
No thanks.
I don't know. I think I would want to do it. I would. I
Keep me
wouldn't.
down on the ground where it's safe.
I don't know. I would like to go to Mars and just be the first civilization out there and start a whole new thing. And
At this current stage of my life, yeah, I'm all in. I'm down. Just put me on that fucking rocket.
Me
You
and
need
Luca-
IT guys up in space. Send
me
me.
and Luca would take over the game out there, boy. We'll set up all type of shit out there. Straight black market societies. Fucking start our own fucking drug lab out there. Just fucking
Because Tony still believes in the same nonsense. He thinks he's a contract killer all over again. The black
I'm over there-
market society.
I'm
Yeah,
over
you're
there
a piece of
taking.
shit. You have the opportunity to go somewhere brand new, create a new world, something incredible, and the first thing you're gonna do is create a black market.
For drugs.
People gonna need it. People gonna need it out there. It's just gonna get crazy.
You are not the candidate, Tony.
Capitalist.
We decline. You failed our interview. You're done.
Nah, but
You're
it'll be
gonna-
dope out there. You gotta think, right? Like you go to a whole new planet. There's nothing out there. You're building your whole life or whatever, right? And then people eventually are gonna come over. Who's gonna be in charge out there? Better than me and Luca. Come on. Soon
You
as
can't even buy formula in Mars. They're not sending Luca over there. You're
That-
going alone.
alone, I don't think I can do that. I have to bring somebody with me. I'll bring Doughboy. I have them trank Doughboy, and then he'll wake up in space, and I'll be like, "Yo, Doe, we out here. I told him to trank you, and we good."
Right.
Doe would probably hate me, but
Yo, you'd hear me from Earth, from space. No!
they got tricked. I have the government trank Doughboy. He wakes up and fucking we're like 100 years that way or down to fuck whatever how long it takes us to get to Mars, 4 or 5 years. I'd be like, "Yo, Doe, you slept for 3 years, my G." What do you mean? Nigga, we in Mars.
He'd
Like-
still be sleepy.
Yeah, he'll still be
Yeah.
sleepy.
He'll wake
Ready
up
for-
cranky.
Ready for a nap.
He'll wake up cranky. Dude, you would actually regret your decision because as soon as Doey wakes up, he's going to start looking around. He's going to start touching things. He's going to fucking accidentally eject you out from the spaceship and shit. He's going to, oh, what is this button? He's going to start clicking shit.
Yeah, you're actually right about that. Doe is a
He
fucking.
going to kill you.
I'll just restrain him. I'll put him like
Yeah.
restraints.
Tony's gonna be there in his seat, and he's just gonna see Doey's pants just float by. Doey's shirt. He's gonna look back. Doey's gonna be in 0G, floating with his tank top and his tighty whities.
with that
one
shit
nipple
stain
out.
in the back, shit stain in the
Oh,
back of his
wow.
whitey tights.
They're gonna go through all their food in on the first year of the trip because he's just gonna hotbox the entire spaceship.
Jesus.
Yeah, facts. Then yeah, I wouldn't want to take Doe now. Yeah, thank you, Pooch. You saved my whole trip to Mars there.
Now, please kidnap somebody else.
I'll take Everett.
Tranquilize somebody else.
Could you imagine Everett would fuck up the whole society on Mars with his Soviet shit? Like, this is a Soviet planet now. Da 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 da. Like, we're not doing this and not doing that. And I would have to abide. I would be like, fuck it.
I said,
take over.
Contact the Russians.
Jesus.
I can't wait for when we start having guests on this show and people would just like, or doing live streaming soon and just be like, people would just comment and be like, yo, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Well, Tony, first you have to start showing up on time if we want to do any
Yeah,
of
I'm
this.
always on time. Always on
This
time.
is Tony's version of on time is showing up early and then leaving and showing back up again late and then saying I was here before everybody.
That's Doughboy's line. I just stole it.
Well,
Doughboy did that shit. I stole it from Doughboy. Doughboy.
Doey did do that a few times. In the beginning, Doey would hop into the Discord calls and then go and take a shower and be like, "Yo, I was on the call."
Doey is actually the most on time now, though, because he got so tired of Tony saying he was late.
But no, it's not only because I was saying it, it's because Pucho would co-sign. Once Pucho co-sign, it's like a dagger hits Doughboy so hard. He's like, oh, he agreed with Tony. He just dies a little bit. I'm just like, I love it. I love that shit. As soon as I say, yo, Doe, you acting like a bitch, Pucho comes. Yeah, nigga, you acting like a bitch. Doughboy be like, just sitting there with that fucking little Toto face, nigga.
Damn.
Man. I love you, though.
So he's sitting there with a vagina face.
Yeah, with a vagina face. Not the toilet seat brand company. Just the vagina face. But nah.
Shout out to them Total toilets, all right? When I was in Japan, they were everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they made in Japan?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know anything about the toilet manufacturer. I was giving them a shout out. Dude, they got built-in bidets into these things.
I've yet to use one.
You hit these little buttons on these little toilets, and you get a fucking water, a super soaker right into your asshole, and it fucking cleans you. It's the best.
Does shit splatter all against your ass cheeks, though?
Super soaker right into your asshole?
You would love that shit, though.
Yes. So he's like, wait a
all
minute.
your butt problems will go away.
Super soaker right into your
I've
ass.
heard it's the way to go, dude. I've heard once you do the bidet, you never go back.
Yep. I was over there for 2 weeks. The best time of my life, all right? Dude, it's like, you take a shit, you get shot up the ass, and it just cleans all your shit out. And then you take a little toilet paper, you just pat it dry, you toss it, and you're done. You walk away with the cleanest ass you've ever had.
I feel like the girls will have more fun with that toilet seat.
It's not about fun. We're talking about cleaning yourself.
No, let's think a little pervy right now, right? Imagine you sit there, if you let your butt getting played with, and that shit just shoots you constantly, that you might get off on that. Same for a girl. If it shoots into her vagina and it's just mad vibrations and shit, then you might get off on that.
I don't
Stimulation.
I don't think anyone's trying to get off while they're trying to get clean. Maybe there are. I don't know.
You don't jerk off in the shower?
I live alone. I don't need a designated spot for any of my activities.
No, I'm saying it's just the same reason you piss in the shower. Every man and woman has pissed in the shower.
Fucking shower.
Oh, here we go with the cum clogging shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Pucho thinks that if you come enough in your shower, that you will have to call a plumber to unclog the cum that's in your drain because the cum doesn't disappear. This is a sideline. This is a off-air conversation we had the other night.
We gotta tell to the young people that watch this. This is not a good conversation for you to hear.
Yeah. Just this is probably towards the end of our pod right now, so just exit out right here if you're underage. But, get the fuck out of here. Well, you is not. I'm gonna call the plumber real quick. Hey, Tom, the plumber. Yeah, I need you to come unclog my shower. Why, sir? I have loads of cum in the shower and it's just clogging it all the way up. The guy's gonna look at me like I'm batshit crazy.
Bring the Loadvac 9000.
Loadvac 9000.
Yo, Tom the plumber is there. Not cum, and he says too much cum.
It's just fucking crazy to me. Like, even Jesus that was there was like, yo, all of New York City would be fucking clogged if that was the case. Because of how much cum is being dumped in the sewage. It's like, no, Pooch, that's not a real thing. Not. Like,
I didn't say that it clogs your sewage. I said it clogs your shower.
That's not gonna clog your shower.
No, it doesn't.
What?
There's every year, maybe even every semester, it's a prank that goes around the universities where basically like a week or two after kids get back to go to school, all the new kids go to the dorms for the first time, and of course they're taking showers, so they're probably jacking off in the shower and shit. And then people prank them. They start putting up these signs talking about, yo, the janitors are saying that all this fucking drains are getting clogged with cum. And so that like always makes the rounds in school. It's fucking hilarious.
That's fucking. That's wild.
Yeah.
I wish I would have gone to college, Joe. That would have been a crazy experience.
Yeah, it was less crazy for me because I was broke. So I really just had roommates and we had off-campus housing and stuff like that. We still had a blast, but it's not quite the movie university experience where, these people are living in dorms and that shit's expensive. Like room and board in universities is like crazy expensive.
Yeah, even the meal plan, which is totally worth it because you can just be the fattest version of yourself. But like, shit's pricey.
Well, I think that's it for this episode. We went from superstition, tighty whities, aliens, shower cum
Plumbers.
drops. Yeah, this episode is a little off our usual conversations, but I like it. So to all the viewers out there, this is the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, aka Tony, here with some of my boys. And we want to thank you guys for watching and listening to this episode and hope you guys had a good time and enjoy the rest of your week or weekend and stay up and keep liking and subscribing to our channel on YouTube and on Twitter and on Facebook. We really need those likes and loves, and subscribe, please. And pass that on to your next mans or your fams or your girl, your sister, your brother, whoever. Thank you guys all. We really appreciate it. Peace.